Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. And today we're going to be taking on Homecoming Hijinks. Yes, as you can tell, this is DK Island. And we're not going to let these snowmans take over our homeland for much longer, as we're going to be kicking their butts. So DK Island, in a nutshell, isn't like a carbon copy of the original levels and stuff. Like, this is going to be a repeat from World 1-1. From Donkey Kong Country Returns. It's in fact its own level and has its own themes and stuff, and I think that's cool. I think that's really neat. It would have been really a shame if they just made levels from the other games just a little bit harder. I don't know, that would just suck in my opinion. But what do I know about game design? Well, I know what I like, and that is the answer to that. But yeah, as far as, oh, come on. Come on, little thing, I need you to move around. You can even see in the background there's tons of homages to Donkey Kong Country Returns in this level, and I just think that's awesome. I think that's really cool that, you know, see, a sequel if done properly, like Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, it's just really good, basically. And don't worry, if you get hit here, there's a heart, so you really don't have to sweat it. Anywho, we're going to really be abusing Dixie Kong's power here, because she is extremely broken in her ability to give our protagonist more hearts. So we're going to wait for this arrow to get shot out, and then we're going to collect another heart. Not bad. So now we have 6 life. Yeah, we're sitting pretty, basically. Now this level, there's nothing really that's going to damage you a ton at this point in the game, as, you know, many platformers are. The only real fear you should have is bottomless pits, and this level is really no exception. Although this enemy is a tiny bit annoying to take down. It's just a little bunny, a little frost bunny that likes to pounce on the ground and make shockwaves of ice appear, but that is not a big deal for Donkey Kong, because Easy is our hardened hero, and his partner, Dixie Kong, is going to be very helpful in completing this level, because we're almost done with it, actually, dang. Now, if I get too cocky, we could probably not grab the G, but I did get it, so that's really good. We're going to do this part, which, it's kind of tricky, but if you know what's coming up, you should be fine. And this should drop down on our enemy, and then we should be at the end of the level. Yep, there it is. That is the first level of DK Island. All in all, pretty easy. I didn't really point out any of the, you know, cameos and secrets, but we got through it, and we got the Kong letters. See, when you're commentating a game like Donkey Kong, you won't really look forward to the end, you know? I don't know. I feel like when you make video walkthroughs of an RPG, the end is always the best part, but it's the complete opposite for, like, an action game like this. Yeah, I don't know, that's just something I've started to realize in, well, my 999 videos of making on YouTube. But anywho, enough of my, you know, personal history. Let's actually talk about this level. So, in Donkey Kong Country Returns, the level for World 2 was a beach, and it was the right place, and everyone loved it because it was the beach level, and outside that stupid behind octopus, it was all around pretty nice. But this level is not as forgiving, because since the snowmans have invaded, it has been completely turned to ice, which is obviously very bad. But it's not a big deal, and why did I get hit there? I don't even really know. Ugh. Anyways, we're actually going to, well, we're not going to use our Kong power up right here, but we're going to use it in soon-ish. I wonder if it works on these things. I'm very curious if it does. Hopefully it kills all of them. Yeah, it actually does. Dang, that's pretty cool. So that's going to give us about 4 hearts, which I'd love to all just grab, but something tells me I'm only going to be able to get a couple. Yeah, I only did that. So yeah, that's a pretty good place to use Dixie's power-up if you really want to, but you can get that O without her, I suppose, as well. What am I talking about? I don't really know. I really like this level, though. It's cool, you know? I don't really understand what I'm talking about. I'm just trying to beat the levels, guys. These look very easy, but I don't know. They're kind of hard. And I'm going to go back and forth and saying they're not difficult. But this one, if you don't go for the Kong letters, it's really not difficult. But unfortunately, I'm a perfectionist and a completionist, which are 2 things you definitely don't want to ever be, because, well, you just be a nerd your whole life and always kind of complete Donkey Kong games to the fullest of the potential, as quick as you can, because you can't catch me because I'm a gingerbread man. Alright. So now that I've said about, like, 500 words a second, we're going to hopefully get to the G of this level, which will be nice. Let's dodge that Phoenix Owl and pull this little thing up, and it's going to reveal the G. Don't want to touch that water, though. You definitely don't want to do that, because that would be bad. Anyways, though, we're to the final section of this level, which is literally this. Oh gosh, gotta throw these bombs and just get to the platforms. That's the name of the game. It looks like you're probably not going anywhere, but just wait for the platforms enough, and you'll eventually clear the level. Yeah. First time playing it, like, am I doing something wrong? Like, I'm not going anywhere, man. This thing sucks. But no, we're doing good. Anyways, checkpoint. Now, yeah, there's a checkpoint. Getting hit there literally did nothing, so it's not a big deal. And I probably could have done that, but it's whatever. You can actually, if you're going fast enough, like, go on top of that, and you don't have to do this section. It's kind of cool speedrunning section, or trick, I guess, but I couldn't pull it off and show you it, unfortunately. We're going to jump on this dude a little bit and get a coin, because that was very nice. Now, what you don't want to do here is you want to try and not touch the ground as much as you can, because it's going to make these iceberg things up here. So having Dixie is a very nice way for that little thing to fall, and there you go. That is the second level, which I beat it so quickly I didn't even say the name of it. But we beat it, and we got all the conch letters. So now moving on to World 3. Now you made me telling me, bro, it's not World 3, it's Level 3. Not actually, because if you look, it's the ruins, like the Aztec level from the first game, and the Aquid Duct Assault is our next level, and it's actually really stinking fun. So the other two levels were something, you know, they're cool designed and everything, but they were kind of hard. This one's not hard. You kind of just get to appreciate the level design, in my opinion. I don't know. I like that. I like when I can beat a level consistently enough to where I can actually have fun with the level. Anyways, we want to get the G. Now, you can step on these things once that slab has been removed and just grab it like that. Pretty simple. So now we're going to roll past that dude. And yeah, having Dixie here, pretty nice. I'm not going to say for the 50th time, though, how great Dixie is. You probably already know that if you've played the game or seen footage of it. I mean, I don't know. It's getting kind of redundant. I just keep saying it. I can't stop. I can't stop me. I can't stop. But yeah, we're just stomping on penguins, rolling, having a ball. And yeah, it's just, it makes you wonder, like, you know, there's this really cool area in this one MMO I used to play, and, it was basically an ancient Aztec civilization, but it was frozen over. And this is kind of like that, you know? It's like, we never see what, like, the Mayans would have been like if their area was frozen over, you know? We rarely see the pyramids, like, you know, with snow on top of them. That actually just happened this year, which is actually pretty cool, but, you know. It makes you think, like, you know, what if we lived in a parallel universe where our ecosystems and weather was completely different? I don't know. What if Florida was just frozen over? Wasn't even there at all because the water was so high up. I don't know. Actually, didn't scientists say that one time, like in like 100 or 1,000 years from now, Florida wouldn't even exist? I don't know. I think I may be not saying that right, but hey, it's whatever. And you could have probably saw Donkey Kong back there. So yeah, we are in fact in the same level in which we saw that Donkey Kong part. But there was a giant temple, but this time it was kind of destroyed and just filled with ice. And yeah, we beat that so fast I hardly even talked about it. I'm sorry. But now that that level has been cleared out, it's time we head to my favorite world from the prior Donkey Kong game, which is World 4, which I just love so much because it had so many minecart and just rocket barrel levels. It was so awesome. But yes, the Blurry Flurry is our next challenge. Now, would it be a Donkey Kong level if there wasn't a rocket barrel in the last world? No, it has to be the hardest it can be. And thankfully, Retro understands my ultimate desire to play rocket barrel levels. And I know some people just hate them, but I can't get enough of these things for some reason. I don't know. I guess the fact that, you know, Donkey Kong's riding like a giant barrel. It's more of a rocket, though, if you think about it. It's like, goodness, why are these created? Did Funky just go mad one day and design all this weaponry to be used against the Snowmads, and now we're using it again? I don't know. I'm trying to create all this dark philosophical lore for the Donkey Kong games, when in reality, it's just about a monkey getting some nanners. But it's really stinking fun, and, you know, Donkey Kong doesn't need some insane story. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but when I was a little kid, I collected monkeys as a hobby. Not actual monkeys, but stuffed monkeys, you know, Beanie Babies and the sort. And I always made up these, like, intense storylines for them. Because, you know, I watched Dragon Ball Z as a kid, and I kind of thought Donkey Kong could have been a Super Saiyan as well. Wow, I'm such a dork. And yes, I just explained that to about hundreds of people or so, and hey, it's the Bat. Yep, he's an ice now. That's what he gets for trying to kill us on the last game, but I don't know. I guess me and Donkey Kong's fates will always be intertwined. And I ran straight into that. Oh my gosh. If I'm gonna die anywhere, it's probably gonna be in this level. I just know it. I just know it. Okay, let's drop down right here. And yeah, this part is not very fun. I don't like it. I don't like it at all because it's kind of hard. But okay, we'll survive. And alright, so we're up to the final stretch now, which if we can just get the G, we're pretty much home clear. But easier said than done, unfortunately. Let's get that perfect. Alright. Now, I may need to stop commentating here because I gotta actually focus for this next section. I ran straight into it. Confangled Jimble Dangle. Oh well. I'll get it next time, promise. I think that's like the first time I've died in a really long time. I've been practicing these levels a lot. I've just been playing the game a lot. I seriously love this game. It is everything I could have hoped for a sequel in Donkey Kong. And if you guys have not played these marvelous, marvelous Wii games, heck, I stand by the notion that these games seriously make buying a Wii worth it. You can't get platforming like this on like Steam, you know? I don't know, you probably can, but I just want to sound like I'm cool. Granted, I guess Super Meat Boy is a pretty close contender with Donkey Kong as far as challenging, difficult platformers, but you can't get past the fact that Donkey Kong is an idol. He's like a religion almost. I'm just messing around, guys, and that's the second time I got hit with that snowball. It's starting to make me kind of annoyed, but it's okay. Now we're getting past this part. This part's way easier than the actual other section, and I just barely grazed that iceberg. That would have been very bad. Now we're getting to this section, which is kind of rough, but it's almost at the end, and we're going to get a checkpoint coming up in a little bit, and dang, look at all those coins I got. And yes, the rocket barrel is not done yet. We're actually going to launch ourselves. This is the coolest section, in my opinion. We're going to launch ourselves into this giant rolling snowball. We are literally snowballing right now, guys. Epic, I know. This is really stinking cool. Basically, you just have to memorize where you're supposed to jump. It's not really that hard. It's pretty lenient, too, in the areas in which you're allowed to survive. And yeah, that's pretty much the end of the level. I really, really like that level. I just, like, practiced it intentionally more than everything else, just for the sake of playing the level some more. I don't know. That level is just really stinking fun to me. And I didn't get the G. Didn't get the G. Oh, yeah. And alright, now that I got that G, which is actually kind of embarrassing, we got our Diddy Kong or Kong Star under the level's name. And thank you all so much for watching this episode of Let's Play Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Today we took down more than half, actually no, technically half since there's 8 levels, but we took down half of DK Island. In the next episode, we're heading over to the Forest Folly. So see you guys then. Bye.